All right, here we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris. This is my channel. We love comics, as you could see by the AI art. I've actually gotten the AI art. Well, actually, I don't know if I got it, but it's actually gotten to the point where you can have it write words, which I thought was pretty cool. So the We Love Comics words you see on the box actually were done by AI. So I was pretty excited about that. It doesn't always do it, but I got a bunch of them that I'm going to be adding to the thumbnails. Not all the time, but I just thought it was pretty cool. So, as usual, I always love to hear people's opinions about my AI art on the thumbnails. So if you want to leave a comment about that, I would always appreciate it. Love doing those. And all of my thumbnails now are, my original thumbnails. And, I don't know, I just like it. So, if you could see what's scrolling above there's supposed to be 4 baby jokers. For some reason, they all have mohawks. I don't know why. But if you could see some of the comic books scrolling on the top, I am absolutely looking to try and do a trade for any or all. Obviously, I'd be happy to get all of them, but I'd be thrilled to get one of them via a trade. Now, I did a video about a month ago showing all of the comics that I am willing to trade, even if it takes all of them. I think it's like between 35 and 39 all-graded comics that I am willing to trade to get one or all or any comic that you think I would be interested in. Preferably the ones on the screen, but hey, you never know. Somebody might offer me something I didn't think about, and I might have interest. So check out the video I did about a month ago showing all of the comics I would be willing to trade with somebody. I've had one person make an offer, just didn't seem like a match, unfortunately. But I'm waiting to hear from you. So if you're looking to get books like Hulk 181, Daredevil #1, for example, and many others, and you have any of these books or something you think I might consider, just message me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And as you can see in the live chat, unless you are not watching this live, I don't know if you'll see it, but I did post, if you're interested in any of my comic book mystery boxes, each mystery box has 20 comics. It's anywhere from a basic package, which is basically comics to read. There's not going to be any Grail comics in that. It's a $25 package, but you'll get more than $25 worth of books. All the way up to a platinum package, which is $5,000, but you're going to get nothing but good books in that. And there's a bunch of them in between. So if you want to check it out, you can go to the link that I provided in the live chat, but it'll also be in the description. When you go to my website, you'll see a bunch of pyramids and soaps and things like that. Just scroll all the way down near the bottom and you'll see the comment section, and you'll see all the different mystery boxes. Hopefully you'll check one out. If you do a video, send me the link for an unboxing, and I will make sure I put it in my latest video at the time that it's uploaded, and I will subscribe to your channel if I'm not subscribed. And absolutely will comment on your video, because I love watching those type of videos. So with that being said, I see a couple of people are already here. So Carl Foster, good to see you. James Loken, welcome. We already have 8 people watching. 2 of you were kind enough to hit the like button. Now, these are my 4 PGX comics that I am going to open up live. I do not know the grades. I never want to know until they are revealed live with you, so we discover them both together. I have been doing this with PGX. As of January, it will go on 6 years. That they've allowed me to send in 4 books to get pressed, dry cleaned, signature verification if needed, and have the graders' notes added to the back of the slab since the days I was living in New York. Now, for those of you who might be new to my channel, I do not have any contract signed with them. I do not get paid by them to do this. So they know that I share my experience, and I'm not like, any kind of shill channel out there. Like I've seen some shill channels for the Captain Marvel movie. I'm not just going to say things for fear that I won't be able to get something in return. I share my actual experience with my audience. That's why I do it live. So this way there is no editing of videos, no trying to manipulate things either for positive or negative. I just say, here it is. These are the grades. This is my experience. I will never tell anybody who or what you should spend your money on. But if you're interested in using PGX, if you use the code We Love Comics Free Press and send in 10 or more comics using that code, they will press one of the books for free. I would recommend specifying which one that you want to have pressed, otherwise they'll just randomly pick one. Also, like I said about the Graders Notes, that was actually my idea to Daniel Patterson, the owner of PGX, so always a shout out to Daniel for listening to my ideas. If you would like to have Graders Notes added to the back of the slab, it's a $5 charge per book, but you use the code We Love Comics Graders Notes, and they will add the Graders Notes to the back of the slab. I get that on all of my books, and I make sure, unless I forget, to show them to you so you can see. And I just think it makes a grading company, you know, basically have to, when they're showing the grades and it's on the slab, I think it makes them a little bit more responsible for what they're putting on there, because it's there for everybody to see. That may be for you, it may not be for you. Honestly, it doesn't matter the grading company. I would prefer to have Graders Notes than a picture of Spider-Man on the front of the slab. But each person has their own preference. So with that out of the way, I want to put on the video camera. Oh, and we got, oh, look at this, I got super chat. I always appreciate when people do this. It's a rare thing, but it is definitely an appreciated thing. So we have Silver Age Surfer Comics with a $20 super chat. Thank you for that. Great channel, Chris. Keep up the good work. Thumbs up. Definitely will do that. I'm not sure if I'm making a video tomorrow, but I might. But two of my EGS comics have arrived back. So depending on the scenario, I may be doing it tomorrow. I have a couple of comics that I got. Thank God for PayPal credit. So I'm going to be sharing those in the next couple of days. So thank you for that, Silver Age Surfer. I always appreciate you guys. And I think the few people that watch my channel appreciate the fact that I'm not here to glorify a business so I can make money. I'm not here to mislead or misrepresent a product. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I am here to give an honest opinion, unfiltered, based on my own experience. And I think people appreciate that in this day and age where so many people out there, and I'm not just talking about the comic book community, I'm talking all over, that care more about their reputation or what other people think of them or their financial gains that they can acquire. And that's why you'll never see me at a premiere for any movie out in Hollywood, because I am not going to shill for them and say good things just so I can keep getting invited back to get a bunch of goodie bags and whatever other perks. To me, honesty is more important than finances, which is probably why I'm unemployed right now and not making much money. But, you know, ethics to me are more important, and the few of you that watch me seem to appreciate that. And that's why, for me, I'd love 1 million subscribers, I'd love 1 million views, but you know what? I'll take quality over quantity any day. So, Silver Age Surfer, thank you for your kindness and your generosity. They are both appreciated, and your viewership. So let's put on the video camera and let's go over these. I have not unboxed them. I never do. I share this with you. I tell you what I paid for them, which, by the way, many comic book channels out there never mention the prices that they pay for stuff. I'll leave it up to them to explain why or why not. Most of them probably just will ignore that answer. But I think this way it shows what is out there. Because if you follow my channel, you know I try my best to get deals on stuff. So a lot of times you'll see prices on mine way lower than what the average is. It's because I'm willing to wait for deals or make deals. And I try and stress that to people. It doesn't matter if it's a comic you absolutely want. Unless you have the finances to overpay just to have something, I don't recommend that. And that means you have to have patience. That means you have to have knowledge. These things are important if you want to not overspend just to have something so you could say, hey, look at me, I'm part of this crowd. I make deals happen. I have many times where a person that was selling on eBay, because primarily probably 98% of my books that I get are from eBay. I've had many a time where a person just had a buy it now for a comic without even a best offer, and I contact them and got a deal. So you can make things happen, so make them happen. Worst comes to worst, they say no or they ignore you. You know, to me, it's like relationships. Who cares if you asked out 999 people that said no, if you find the one that says yes. So don't focus on the numbers where failure is more than success. Because if that one success is everything that you want, then it will always outshine regardless of how high a failure you've had beforehand. Nobody thinks about the X when they found the one. They only think about them when they have nothing else. So make things happen. And Silver Age Surfer Comic says, keep doing what you do. I'm sure your viewership will increase. Well, I've been doing this now since 2016. I'm not sure if I started at the end of 2015. I may have, but my original channel I shut down because of bullying tactics and lies and betrayals that I won't get into here. I used to have live shows where I'd have 1,000 people watching. I have 11 now. So if it grows, great. If not, if I help one person out of the 11 watching to think in a different way and it helps them in life, or at the very least to help them improve their comic collection, I'm happy with that. But thank you for that. If it grows, that's great. I'm not willing to do what it takes to grow my channel, which means I'm not willing to deceive my customers. I'm not willing to sell out. I'm not willing to compromise my my integrity to make $1. To me, money is just not that important. To me, integrity is important. To others, hey, if you got a family and you have no other choice, do what you got to do, but there's always consequences in the end. And I could sleep at night knowing that many people may not watch me, but the few that do like what I do because I speak from the heart. Hate is going to hate, you know what I'm saying? All right, so here we go. As usual, there's only 4 comics. PGX always does me really good when it comes to packaging. Every single comic I've gotten since day one, and like I said, it's going close to 6 years now, not one, knock on wood, has ever had a case crack. Every single one of them has arrived perfect. So there are only 4 comics in here. And as usual, I will show you. I forgot to do the side part in advance. I usually do that so it makes it a little quicker. I'll show you how they wrap everything. Everything is always secure. And, for 4 comics, to put all this stuff in there, to me is amazing. So they got the paper on top. You can see they have the packing peanuts surrounding it. They now put the bags, which are clear Mylar bags, by the way, in another bag out of the way. All right, I see they always put it upside down for me, so I appreciate that. They wrap the comics in bubble wrap and then in blue cellophane, and that keeps them from rotating while they're being delivered. So very happy with their protection. They do an amazing job every time, and that's another reason why I like to do this live. So there's no editing, there's no trying to either make a company look good or bad just so people can get views. And hey, to each their own. I just think it's not cool for people to do that. Alright, so it looks like... Alright, let me see. One of them may not be graded, or they just gave the certificate of authenticity back. I'll know when I see it. Because I see... Well, I don't want to do this without looking. But let's get rid of this blue cellophane first. So, like I said, they put the blue cellophane so it keeps the books from rubbing against each other or smashing into each other. Alright, so I will always say, and I could see they put the tabs over the grade, so even if I turned it around, I wouldn't see the grade. So thank you to PGX for doing that for me. I think that is pretty cool. And yes, it looks like... Did they tape it? Okay, so it's not like they didn't grade. They actually just returned the certificate of authenticity. So nice of them to do that. Let's put that to the side. Alright, so let's put that in there. And then we'll go over the price I paid for the book, the significance, if there is any, and you guys know me, I like to send in, most of the time key issue comics. I will tell you what I assume the grade might be. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a professional grader. And I always base it on what I think it's going to be after a pressing and dry cleaning. So, depending on what may or may not be wrong with the comic, if you have a lot of non-color breaking creases in a book, a pressing could dramatically increase the grade. So I kind of give it my best. I tend to be a little bit lower on my grades because if I'm wrong, I'd rather it end up being higher than what I thought than the other way around. But hey, I'm not one of those people, if I think something's a 9.8 and I get a 9.6, that I'm going to act like it's the end of the world. I appreciate it no matter what, because especially for the prices I pay for a lot of them, I'm overall happy. So it looks like they put, I don't even have to cover it. All right, so we're starting with the Civil War book. This is the Michael Turner Aspen variant. This has, without looking at the grade, because obviously it's got the cover. Okay, so it's dual signed by Michael Turner and Peter Steigelhold. So the two signatures are down there. The other one's going to be harder to see because it's in silver. But this book, I've seen these in CGC. I own a 9.9 version of this from CGC. But I've seen 10s as well, because this is a very thick cover. So you can tend to get higher grades on this. And I can actually show the back now because, like I said, it's got the thing on it, so I can't see the grade. So I only paid $110 for this book. I predicted it to be between a 9.9 and a 10, because to me it looked that good. But it's hard to verify that when you are thinking of that high a number, because I didn't want to open it. Because if you have a graded 10 book and you open it, one little crease, there goes your 10. So to be honest, I did not open this book. I only based it on the edges. I know I say that a lot about when it comes to people who grade a book, but I'm basing it on the fact that I think this could potentially have been a 9.9 to a 10. And if you open the book at all, you can create a crease on the edge, and I just didn't want to take the chance. But I'm at least willing to admit that. All right, so of course with white pages, let's see where we start out. Oh, duh. Survey says, oh, not even close. All right, so a 9.4. Again, I'm going to be very happy with it, especially when they verified the signatures. So here you go. I thought this could potentially be a 9.9 to a 10. Usually I give longer, wider grades, but you're not going to see me like, oh, how dare they? There could have been something in the book that I could not check, because like I said, I didn't want to take the chance of ruining it. But they did verify, signed by Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald. It is the quote-unquote Death of the New Warriors. And they did mention that it's the Aspen Comics exclusive variant cover. White pages, of course. So there is some grader's notes. It says, very slight corner crease at the bottom back cover. Yeah, a tiny thing. That could have happened when I shipped it. But I don't care. Because, even if it was something that happens, hey, it happens. 9.4, 110. I mean, is this a best-selling book at this point? No, I just wanted to get it graded. And that's what they did. So, 9.4. Not the end of the world. I'll take it. All right, next up. All right, we got my Secret Wars, and that's for this because it came with a certificate of authenticity because it is signed by Stan Lee. Now, this one is based on the fact that the grade, because they said it was going to be a higher grade when I bought this. So there is the Stan Lee signature. And as you can see, I'm not looking at the grade, signed by okay, so there is a mistake here. So I'll have to send this back. They actually say it's signed by Sabrine Rich. So they made a mistake. So see, this is why I like to do that live. So I will have to actually send this back with the next group because they wrote the wrong name. And that happens. What are you going to do? I've seen many companies, including CGC, where they accidentally wrote the wrong thing. So I will make sure I send that back, and I'll send it back with that certificate of authenticity. So no problem with that. But let's go over the grade. The seller told me it should be between a 9.4 and a 9.8, so that's what I said. I paid a total of $252 for this book, And I also said white pages because that tends to be on books like this. Survey says, all right, 9.6. I am very happy with that. So between a 9.4 and a 9.8, right in the middle. So the issue is, and you could see that does not say Sabrine Rich. That is absolutely Stan Lee. So that's just a mistake. Those things happen. I'll just send it in and have them correct it. That will be no problem. So to get a Secret Wars number 8, signed by Stan Lee at a 9.6 with white pages for $252, I will absolutely take that. No problem at all. All right, so let's get to the next one. Got the page here. We got Hulk number 2. This should be a 0.5 because of the fact that it does not have a back cover. So this one should be easy. This, of course, is the second appearance of the Hulk, but the first time he is green. Or is this Hulk number 3? Let me just look really quick. Yes, this is Hulk number 2. So this is the first green Hulk. Even in a 0.5, this book is worth about $500 to $600 currently. I paid $300. So that's why I sent it in to get graded, even knowing it's going to be a 0.5, because as you can see, there is no back cover. There are no grader's notes, which is disappointing. But hey, you know, sometimes they might forget. It happens. So the grade is a 0.5, just like I thought. So that one to me was a no-brainer. Detached partial front cover, no back cover. So they do mention that. That's why it will get a 0.5. What did I say page-wise? I said cream to off-white, and it's cream to off-white. So I actually got the color right. So for $300 for a 0.5 number 2, I'll take that all day and every day. So this is my second copy of this book. I think the other one is a 3.5 where they replaced the staples with newer staples, which the seller never told me about, by the way. But, you know, they may not have known, to be fair, because I wouldn't have known. All right, so last but not least, and I can see on the back of this, this book is actually restored, which was not told to me by the seller, but this is Hulk number 3. I paid $205 for this book. I predicted a 3.5 to a 4.5. It does not have grader's notes on the back, but it does say restored grade. So, you know, sometimes either sellers are dishonest or they just don't know. You'll never really know. James Logan says, I remember seeing you sometimes live, sometimes for 7 hours straight. Yeah, the live shows, yeah, those were the days. Those days are long gone. All right, so let's see what the grade is. All right, so a 3.0. So I said, what did I say, 3.5 to 4.5? So a little bit lower than what I thought. All right, so let's see what they wrote. There's a lot, it seems. Spine reinforced, archival paper along edges of interior cover, and moderate color touch. I would have no... Oh, okay. I can actually see it. Moderate cover touch, color touch. Right above the 3, there's a little bit right here. You probably won't be able to see it. But now I look closely. Like, stuff like that I wouldn't notice. I would have thought that was a stain. Now, if this wouldn't have had anything else done to it, and that was the only thing, I would literally just take this out, rip that little piece off, and resend it. But because there's other stuff about this book in there, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So unfortunately, the seller never mentioned that, and that's a lot of stuff. I know nothing about, when it comes to restored stuff, what to look for. I mean, obviously, if you see something that's, somebody took a magic marker, that's easy to see. But when it comes to, like, spine reinforcement, I would have no idea what to look for. You know, that's one of the main reasons why I've had people, because I get grades pretty accurate most of the time, people say to me, you know, why don't you become a grader? It's because I know nothing about when it comes to restoration, so I'd be the worst person as a candidate to work for any grading company. So either the seller knew and didn't say anything, or the seller didn't know. Again, you're never going to find out. So for $205 for a 3.0 restored 3, I don't know if I overpaid or not, because it is the second Green Hulk and third, it's the origin of the Hulk retold. It's the first appearance of the Ringmaster and the Circus of Crime. I'm not sure I will ever see the Ringmaster in any MCU movie, and if they do, it'll probably be some a girl that's lame and the other things that South Park would say. We won't go there. So those are the 4 books. Overall, I could say, I mean, obviously the restored stuff, that's not PGX's fault. And like I said, I don't know what to look for when it comes to stuff like that. So overall, I'm a little disappointed in not the grades, but the fact like I didn't know about the restoration. But it's not, again, it's not the end of the world, because as they say, you win some, you lose some. So I think once I send back that Secret Wars number 8 and they put it as Stan Lee and fix that mistake, which they'll do no problem, because, you know, companies can make mistakes, but they're very good at fixing them. I think overall, not bad. The Civil War was a little bit lower than what I thought, but hey, either I missed it or it got damaged in the mail. It could have been damaged in grading, who knows? I think overall, decent, but not where I'm going to be able to put kids through college with. Good thing is I don't have any children, so I don't have to worry about that. So those are the 4 books. Let me know what you think about it. As usual, I will show the books that I'm looking to possibly trade for. So if you see on the top of the screen with my AI art that I put up, which I'd love to hear your opinion about, if you have any of those books and you want to do a trade for the books that I showed in that video I did a month ago, please watch that, and you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Out of the 12 people that watched, 8 people were kind enough to hit the like button, so that's a pretty darn good ratio. And let's do today's surprise subscriber shout out. I don't think there's a lot of people that were in the live chat, so let's go with all of the ones that are in the live chat. So that's Silver Age Surfer Comics, that is James Logan, and Carl Foster. Oh, and also Back Issue Bin. Good to see you. So all 4 of you will be today's surprise subscriber shout out. So you guys know what to do. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to post a link to either your channel or to a specific video of yours, you can do that. If you prefer to put a link to one of your social networks, you can do that instead. Or if you prefer, if you sell anything on any of the places like eBay, Amazon, any of those places, and you'd prefer to share a link to something that you sell, no problem. I'll let you have that choice. Just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you post a link, it will not show up at first because I have to verify it to make sure it doesn't take anyone anywhere inappropriate, because there are plenty of people out there that will try and spam a person's channel to get somebody to go to their porn site or something that, you know, I don't want to happen here. So if you see a link in the comment section, it means it was approved. So please go support our fellow YouTubers and check out their videos. So once again, I'm going to post in a live chat. If you're interested in any of my comic book mystery boxes, the link is right there. It's also in the description. I want to give a shout out to PGX. And it shows, you know, sometimes they make mistakes. I'm not going to kill them, or I'm not going to say really bad things, because, you know, mistakes happen. They will correct it. It will not be a problem. And it also shows eBay sellers either don't know or they try and be dishonest, because I've had dishonest ones, but I will never assume that that was the case. I will always try and give people the benefit of the doubt. So overall, not one of my best unboxings, but it is what it is, and I appreciate you guys watching. So let's hear your opinions by leaving a comment. Thank you to the 10 people that are watching and the 8 that hit the like button. And don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.